Hi students, welcome to my fifth tutorial, and today we will discuss Robert Frost's poem Fire and Ice. In this poetry, Robert Frost discusses the end of the world. This poem is one of Robert Frost's very popular poems and was published in the year 1920. In this poetry, he talks about the end of the world and how predictions are made about how the world is going to end. So let's turn to Robert Frost's poetry, Fire and Ice.
Scientists predict that 4 billion years from now, the increase in the Earth's surface temperature will cause a greenhouse effect and all life on Earth will become extinct. Some scientists believe that the sun, which is the source of heat and energy to the Earth, will expand and finally die. After all, the sun is a star and all stars burn up their gases and die. This kind of an environment will be inhospitable to support any kind of life on Earth. Now, in this poetry, Fire and Ice, is Robert Frost talking about scientific predictions, or is there a deeper meaning to it? Let's check.
Fire and Ice by Robert Frost. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if it had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. Now, in the first stanza, Robert Frost talks about the world ending and it will end in fire. Some people say, the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. So there are two predictions of how the world is going to end, in fire or in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. So he says, what I've tasted, what my experience is about fire, about desire. So he compares fire to desire. It is a metaphor. So fire is desire. What is desire? Desire is greed, a longing, a very strong greed for something that you want. You can have desire for so many things. Some desire wealth, some desire money, some desire power, some desire success. Desire can make us selfish, self-centered, and sometimes very cruel. That we do not care for someone else's feelings. The very, very important example of desire, the longing for power, is King Ashoka. After the great Kalinga battle, when he saw what his desire for power had wrought, when he saw the battlefield, he saw the dead bodies, he realized how many widows and orphans were created because of one battle. The sadness. He renounced everything and he took up Buddhism. So what is desire? Desire is a longing, a greed, a lust, avarice, which can kill not only yourself, your inner self, but everything around you. And he says, what he has experienced of desire, he knows that this quality is strong enough to one day kill the entire world. So he says the world can be killed or can die due to desire. And desire is what he thinks is fire. Let's continue. But if it had to perish twice, so he says, if the earth had to die, die, twice, the second time, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction, ice is also great and would suffice. So he says that ice is hatred. He compares ice to hatred, cold. We sometimes say death, icy cold hands. So death is cold, ice is cold, hatred is cold. So according to him, hatred is also a strong quality. You hate something, you hate someone. It not only kills yourself, it brings about negativity in oneself. Hatred creates walls. Hatred divides people on the basis of caste, color, creed, religion, countries. And so according to Robert Frost, hatred is a strong quality which is sufficient to kill the world. So Robert Frost says, fire, which is desire, or ice, which is hatred, both these qualities are strong enough to kill the world, and the world will one day die because of these two qualities. Let's turn to the figures of speech that Robert Frost has used in this poetry, Fire and Ice. Some say, so in the first line of the first stanza, some say, it's alliteration, repetition of the consonant sound so, some say. The world will end in fire. Fire is a metaphor for greed, for lust, for desire. When two words are repeated now, some say, and again some say, it becomes repetition. So words repeated again for emphasis. Some say, it is repetition. In the second stanza, third line, ice. To say that for destruction, ice. Ice symbolizes hatred. Ice stands for hatred. So it's a metaphor. Ice is compared to hatred. So it is a metaphor. So these are the figures of speech in Fire and Ice. After Fire and Ice, in my next tutorial, I'm going to tackle some question tags. And in the next tutorial, I'm also going to answer the questions that you have asked. Some of the students, after my second tutorial on relative clauses, have solved the work and done their homework. So they have requested me to solve the exercise. I will do that, promise, in my next tutorial, which will be on question tags. See you.